The Los Angeles Clippers hosted the Dallas Mavericks last night, and I'm just going to say this. The Clippers said, no Kawhi, no problem. What? What are we talking about here? The Mavs had no answer.
Not one. Not one. And as a matter of fact, I can guarantee you they did not game plan for this James Harden. I know they did. There's no way. Because, James Harden he's been like a complimentary piece since he's been on the Clippers. And so for him to like absorb some of the points in his fashion, I was like, come on, James Harden. I know the Mavs weren't ready for him. Not at all.
No, not
Not at
at
all.
all. In fact, Luka in the post game, he said they had game plan for Kawhi to play, which meant that when he didn't play, it probably had them in shambles, and it allowed James Harden to score his 28 points and 8 assists. I mean, that threw me for a loop too, because this has not been the James Harden that has shown up for the majority of the season.
No, this is what I'm saying. It's shame on the Dallas Mavs for not being prepared with an alternate plan. Shame on them. Which means that whatever Ty Lue did, even if Kawhi Leonard comes back, they need to find a way to incorporate more touches and more opportunities for James Harden to still be able to play his game. Maybe maybe not as much as he did on game one, because of course if Kawhi comes back, he's going to absorb a lot of those minutes as well, and a lot of those touches. But still, figure out a new scheme, because it threw the Mavs all the way off, all the way off. And I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
right now, the Mavs were not ready for that defense that the Clippers brought on. The Clippers locked down, locked down.
Yeah, but even with that though, Luka and Kyrie scored 64 points
Combined.
total, but the Clippers, they won it by committee. I mean, everybody chipped in.
Right,
You had Russ
right,
off the bench with his double digits.
right.
We know what James Harden did. Like, I mean, it was a really complete game played by the LA Clippers. And to be honest with you, I was impressed. I mean, the crowd was, into it. I
Yeah.
was impressed. I
It
was
shocked me
impressed.
as well. I wasn't ready for what the Clippers put up in game one either. And I think the game took a turn when the Clippers held the Mavs to 8 points in the second quarter. That was pretty much it. I know that Luca and Kyrie Irving, they had their 64 points combined, but you didn't get a lot of them in the second quarter because
No,
y'all only had 8 points for 12
that's a
minutes.
shame.
That is
It's
a
a
shame.
shame.
You know what, though? This is the thing, though. By committee, I think seems to be maybe the way that the Clippers come out of this series, because the the Mavs used to be the one man show with Luka
Hmm.
Doncic. Now it's the two-man show. And unfortunately, if you're playing with the Mavs right now, you will not be able to showcase any offensive skills. You may be able to really show off your defense skills, because as soon as you even touch the ball, guess what happens? You looking for either Kyrie or Luka. And
Yeah.
it's so obvious. It's so obvious that it cannot be that fun to play for the Mavs right now. Can't be. Can't be.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
not only that, not only that, I'm sorry, but not only that, but the Clippers, they shot 50% from the 3-point line, and the Mavs did 30%. I mean, you do the
Yeah.
math.
Exactly. Exactly. And the funny thing is, you're talking about the shooting by Kyrie and Luca. Between the two of them, at least 50 field goal attempts. Because I know Luca had 26
Mhm.
all by himself. So yeah, that's not a beautiful brand of basketball, if you ask me. And
No.
and 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 moving forward, I don't think it's sustainable.
No, not at all. And Tim Hardaway had to get his when he fit in. I mean, when he touched the
Mm.
ball and when he went to the free throw line, I said, "Oh, you get to hold the ball a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds." It's just not enough. It's not going to be enough. So yes, Luca and Kyrie, phenomenal. I mean, come on, look at the points they put up. But if you want to watch that, I mean, I'm
Right.
watching the game and I'm saying, well, I don't know why you holding the ball long, because you're gonna have to give it up. See, like literally seeking them out. You can't even play because you're looking for them. That's ridiculous. And the only reason
Hmm.
why you even get a chance to drive to the basket is because the defense was so locked on Luca at the time, or locked on Kyrie at the time. Kyrie is a little more crafty, but locked. And so you don't even get a chance to even put up do a layup or something. It's just not. I don't like it. But
Right.
if the Mavs think that this is going to be sustainable, good luck, because I don't think it is. I agree
Well,
with you
good
on that.
luck. I saw Jason Kidd pacing up and down the sideline. I'm like, uh-huh. It's gonna be a long series, or maybe a short series for them. Clippers got the W 109-97. But let me tell you, that other game in the evening, the New
That
Orleans Pelicans and the OKC Thunder. First of all, I owe the New Orleans Pelicans an apology because I thought without Zion Williamson, they would not be able to compete against the OKC Thunder. Shame on me because they competed against who did they win to? Oh, against the Sacramento Kings
mm-hmm,
without Zion. They played a
mm-hmm,
pretty good game, and then they came into the first round, first
mm-hmm.
game, and gave OKC all that they could handle. I'm sorry.
All the business. You know what? I have OKC in 6. Now I still have OKC in 6, but if it goes 7, I ain't gonna be mad. Really, this series based off of game one. I know it's just game one, and sometimes you can get too high and too low in game one. Game one is I don't even know if that's the real test, but it is enough for you to say, wait a minute. For me, the OKC Thunder and the Pels game felt like it's anybody's series.
Yep.
Anybody's series. When I tell you physical, I can promise you right now, those players are sitting in um, Epsom salt baths right now. Every player that played any minute on that floor, game one, they are most definitely getting a massage, maybe in the ice chamber, sitting in some Epsom salt. That game was so physical, they had to have been not only exhausted, but felt beat up. Both
Yeah.
sides. I
Yeah.
have like, and it was amazing to watch how the lockdown happened on both sides. I just couldn't believe it. Brandon Ingram couldn't shake. Shea Gilgis
Uh-huh.
Alexander couldn't shake. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
amazing to watch. It was really intense. It was an intense game. I was on edge the whole time.
Yes, and that Herb Jones, you
I
had
told
talked about him locking up SGA, but I didn't know it was going to be like a combination lock. I thought it was going to be one of it was impressive, a defensive master class. I had never seen SGA miss so many shots because of Herb Jones's defensive capabilities, how long and lengthy he is. I was like, this is going to be a long series.
it's
And I
gonna
had Thunder in 5.
Nah, it's going to be an extremely long series. And I'm sorry. The couple of standout players for me, Jonas Valanciunas
Mm,
owned the paint, owned it. 20 rebounds, and I think 9 of them were offensive. Really?
yeah, yeah.
Owned it. Shed is a rookie. So I understand that this is his first experience in the playoff, and this is playoff basketball, right? But I'm like, if you don't do nothing else in the offseason, you're gonna have to put on some weight, Chet. You're gonna have to put you some weight on. You look like a stick figure standing next to Jonas Valanciunas.
He sure
Was like
did.
the way now he did now Shed he held his own as best as he could. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he was I don't feel that he was bullied in any way, but he just wasn't his weight is not a match for Valanciunas. It's not a match. Valanciunas had his way in the paint. Had his way. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. Those
What?
second chance points could have
Oh
been the game
yes.
because OKC could not get aboard. I mean, Jonas, that was impressive. But it was funny to me how Coach Willie Green went away from Jonas Valanciunas in the fourth and chose to go with Larry Nance instead.
I think that was one of the big mistakes. Yes, yes. And not only that, Trey Murphy the third,
Come through.
sniper.
Yep.
But this is the
Mhm.
thing: you had Valanciunas, you had Trey Murphy the third, and OKC still came out on top. Had CJ McCollum's 3-point shot went in at the end of the regulation, game would have
I
been
know.
over.
Yeah, and
But
and it
but
looked
that
good too.
defense, but that defense, I forget the gentleman's name. That kind of tapped the ball and kind of
Hmm.
made CJ McCollum fumble a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Lockdown defense. I just was like on both ends, both ends. So I want to say out of the games that I watched over the weekend, I think that one was the most physical, like beat down physical. And it started
Yeah.
from the whistle. It wasn't like it kind of moved into it. No, our first pass. It was like, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a long game.
It
So
is.
good.
It is. And I loved it because Shea Gill just showed his clutch gene.
Oh my
Did you see
God.
when he hit that floater and one kindly went to the free throw line and hit this free throw as well. I said, okay,
Like
Shay,
smooth.
you're a finalist for MVP. Now everybody sees why.
Yeah, smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. And you know
Uh-huh.
what? Another standout player for me on OKC was Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Him coming downhill is something to watch. And he has the strength and the power. I was like, this is, I cannot, I really hope Zion Williamson come back during this series.
He looked like, I can't believe y'all playing this well without me. I mean, he did. To me, he
You know what?
did.
Yeah, I know. There was 40 lead changes in this game. 40? What?
Wow. Yeah.
Anybody's game.
It literally went down to the final seconds.
Literally. Literally went down to the final seconds. And I believe CJ would have made that three had he not got tripped up on defense. I'm just like oh my goodness. And it's so funny because even listening to Coach Dagner after the game talk about, we're gonna go back and watch film and, fix some things that we need to fix. I was like, man, game two is gonna be something else. I
I
don't
can't
know.
wait. I can't wait. So OKC got the win 94-92 in the final seconds.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay. So it looks like all of the home teams got the W over
Yeah.
the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on tonight? Like, who's tipping off?
Okay, so tonight we got Magic and Cavaliers in game two. We have the 76ers and the New York Knicks game two. And we have the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets game two.
Oh, wait, let me tell you. The Cavs and the Orlando Magic. That was another physical game from the jump. Lots of smoke,
Mm-hmm.
technical fouls. I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to game two for sure. And then, of course, the LA Lakers and the Nuggets. I think this might be a must win for them, for
For
the
who?
Lakers. You can't
Oh,
go
you
down
think?
0-2 against the Denver Nuggets. You just can't. This is a must win tonight.
So what can they do? I got to figure out what they're going to do different. Make sure that LeBron James can sustain his energy throughout the whole game. He can't fizzle out in the fourth quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
D-Lo, you better find your shot. You
He
better find it.
better.
And if you don't, Coach Ham, make sure you put somebody else in. I don't know what to do. Don't have him be out there like a cone. Oh my gosh.
And then the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I'm wondering if Joel Embiid is going to play tonight because he looked a little gimpy leaving the arena after game one. I'm like, what? He at this point, I think he's doing more harm than good, but looking forward to see if he shows up, how he plays, and if he doesn't go tonight, then what can we get from Tobias Harris to fill in the gaps?
You know what? Let me tell you though, I think that there has been precedents set that your superstar may not necessarily be needed if you trust your the other players. Prime example of that was with the Pels and Thunder game when Zion didn't play. Another example of that in game one was when Kawhi didn't play against the Clippers and Mavs. Your players can get it together, right? Yes, you
Mm-hmm.
want the superstars on the court. Of course you do. Look, I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't play at all, but if they are compromised in any way, I don't know if it's more of a detriment. It may be detrimental, right? Have them sit out, have them recover, so then you guys can really work together and not try to have, because once they're on the court, you got to feed them. They're gonna
Right.
eat, right? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Joel Embiid can't sit out game two. It is game two. Rest game two. Let Maxey, Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre, let them do their thing. Let them do them things. Let them do it. Read. Let them do it, right? And see how they can, at least sustain a win, perhaps gain a win in game two, and then Joel Embiid come back for game three, maybe. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you better get ready for them Knicks because they ready for y'all. Just saying.